27-53.
Ready to go to start the last quarter at Moorabbin. Footscray 19-9, 123. St Kilda 7-11-53. Purser, who's dominated the centre knockouts all day, gets another one. Malin takes the ball away, kicks it to centre half forward. Barker, they've copped the serve at three-quarter time, the Saints, from their coach, and they took, Graham Jelly took the players to the umpires. We don't know what happened, but they've livened up a little. Burns takes the ball away, handball's in front of himself, goes after it again. He's tackled by McLean, gets it away, but Malin picks up the crumbs, tries to break clear onto his right foot. Phil Malin, no, he decides on a handball, gives it to McLean, and McLean round onto his left foot, kicks it towards centre half forward, and the mark taken by Steve McPherson, who coolly turns around and punts for goal and bangs it through for a Footscray goal.
Oh, goodness me. Whatever Jelly said at three-quarter time, it has had no effect. Because that was mistakes then by St Kilda. They just didn't cover. Their defence has been deplorable all day. And that's Steve McPherson's second goal. McPherson's second goal, and it's a 76 points lead to Footscray. Ford gets the tap out. He was aided by the bounce, but Peter Baxter is there for Footscray. Oh, a little shove out by Frawley. He got Crow in the back, I thought. Hardy won't let him go, but no, the umpire's not seeing it that way. Hardy sticks his chest out at Frawley. Frawley decides to kick wide. Going up high was Whitty, who couldn't get it. Royal, top kick getter on the ground. Oh, nice anticipation then by Ford. The hand pass to Barker, and the St Kilda skipper through the middle. Kicks long, but he kicks to where there are two Footscray player and one St Kilda player. That was Whitty, who had managed to get the ball down against the odds. Peter Budge kicks into the forward pocket. Egan, the ball eludes him. Got St Kilda's top kick getter is brought to the turf, much to the displeasure of the Saints supporters, and the ball will be thrown in.
Boundary throw in St Kilda scoring area. Whitty, Elphinstone for Footscray, gets the ball away, intercepted by Narkle. Good play there by that young fellow again. Egan it is for Footscray now. Kicks it down towards the half-back flank area. Oh, sensational mark taken by Peter McConville. Doesn't waste any time. Gives the handball to Lowe. Up towards full forward. Egan and Cronin. Egan puts his body in for fear of being hurt. Ecclestone is in there too. And a bounce will take place about 45 metres out from the St Kilda goal.
And there's the bounce. Lowe tries to do it all by himself, but he can't do it. Egan, his kick is smothered. Oh, it's scrambly football. Jepp gets one too high, but still manages to get the hand pass out to Royal. Royal on to Malin. Over the top to Peter Baxter. Baxter back to Jepp. That was good play by Timmy Jepp to follow the play down. His kick finds Wallace. To Rance. Oh, there's no pressure at all. The kick. Oh, good mark by Barker. And Steve McPherson's not going to pick it up. McConville is.
Well, Barker seems to have been fired up by what happened at three-quarter time, because he'd only had 2 or 3 touches in the first 3 quarters, and he's had 2 or 3 touches in the first minute of the last quarter. A quick kick up to the wing was marked by Peter Baxter for Footscray. And the Footscray half-back, his 11th kick, a serviceable job in defence for the Bulldogs all day. Centre half forward Frawley, tapped on by Crow to McLean. McLean to Wallace. Wallace, a short kick, is intercepted by Collins for St Kilda.
Collins, the clearing kick, is always a go at Cunningham, but there's a free kick going Footscray's way, and I think it's going to our mate. No, I'm nearly going to say Ecclestone, but it's not. It's going to Egan. Hand pass to Rance. Handy player. Half forward. Oh! Fairy-like leap there by Steve McPherson. Hardy goes down, a push in the back, and Hardy will get the free kick, and no doubt can score. He's already kicked 2 goals. They was supreme in defence. Then Malthouse moved him up onto the half-forward line. This will be he's had 22 possessions. That's absolutely incredible. 17 kicks and 4 hand passes. Now it's his 18th kick. He's put it through for his third goal. And Footscray can do no wrong. It's a percentage booster for them as they desperately try to get a spot in the 5. And the way they're going today, they should do it. Maybe not today, but they can keep up this form. Well, who knows where they could end up. There's Hardy, Barker looking after him.
Centre bounce, Footscray in complete control of this game at Moorabbin. Crow, Malin, who's done well since he came on off the interchange bench. Lockett can't break clear of the McPherson tackle, but the McPherson tackle was an illegal one, and Lockett will take the free kick on the defensive side of centre for the Saints. It's his 7th kick, Tony Lockett. He has yet to kick a goal. Oh, what a great mark at the back of the pack by the Footscray skipper, Ricky Kennedy, who's done an excellent job in putting Lockett right out of business. Kennedy kicks to half forward. Hardy gives the ball to Wallace. Wallace gets the handball to McLean. McLean's short kick goes over the head of Royal. Beasley overruns the football. Hardy soccer tactics. Royal goes for goal. Bang, and it's another goal of Footscray by Brian Royal. It's his 3rd goal. And between him and Angelo Petraglia, they've certainly cut that St Kilda defence to pieces.
Yes, the St Kilda players aren't running. There are no numbers there. They're not backing each other up. And it's just left to the odd individuals to try and get the ball up onto the St Kilda forward line. But there's Brian Royal. He and Hardy, perhaps the 2 best players on the ground. Centre bounce. It's an 86 points lead now to Footscray. Cunningham tries to go through the hand pass to Cronin. Out wide to Peter Budge. Peter Budge, the high kick. Lowe is there. He couldn't pull in the mark. Kellett tries to break clear. Hand pass away to Kennedy. Kennedy gets the hand pass to Rance, who's brought down. And I think the umpire's content to let that ball go over the boundary line, and he'll watch it being thrown in.
Boundary throw in, 12 metres around from the St Kilda goal. Narkle can't break clear. Egan under pressure. Cronin goes. No, the kick is offline. Up to full forward. Good mark taken in front of the pack by young Lowe, is it?
Yep. Wasn't too low then, was he?
No, it was a good grab. Promising type. He's got a very awkward kicking style. He's already kicked 1 goal. And has kicked another one for the Saints. St Kilda 8-11, 59. Footscray 22-9, 141. 2nd goal to Stuart Lowe.
He's only a youngster. I think he's only about 17 or 18 years of age. And look at his build. He's strong and he's still growing too. Hate to meet him when he turns 21. .82 points lead to Footscray, but that was Lowe's 2nd goal. Crow tries to kick out of the middle. Lockett, showing his frustration, bundles Wallace out of the way. And the umpires will bounce again. The umpires, Rich and Saville. And this is umpire Saville. And it's Crow getting the tap down. And there'll be a free kick further downfield as Lockett got Baxter around the neck. And umpire Saville is not going to pay an advantage at all, but the ball is being relayed back to Wallace. Malin calls for it, but Wallace kicks long, and this could be a mark to Burns. It is. Oh, I could feel the footy hitting his hands then from up here, and on this cold day it wouldn't be too good. Oh, 15 metres penalty. But the advantage played as Collins gets the hand pass to Cunningham, too slow, brought down by the pacey McLean. Kennedy is there, nice hand pass out to Kellett, and away goes Kellett to kick wide, looking for Purser. and he can't find him.
Well, superb football by McLean. Hardy picks up the crumbs, kicks it into full forward, and the little fella's done it again, Brian Royal. This time he unselfishly short passes to Beasley, who's in a much better position, 35 metres out directly in front. And it's another deplorable effort by St Kilda. Simon Beasley directly in front. Opportunity to kick his 7th goal, and Footscray's 23rd as he punts it straight through the centre, and the charge goes on. Footscray 23-9, 147, St Kilda 8-11-59.
Great performance by Simon Beasley with 7 goals. But as we've said so often during our call of this match, the number 18 there for Footscray has been aided by the ball coming down constantly from the centre, being moved quickly out of the centre through Royal and Petraglia, and players like that just moving it quickly out of the centre. Hawkins is also there, and Wallace, not giving the man on Beasley much chance, and Beasley's made the most of it with 7 goals. Now moves to 45 goals for the season. Well, the bounce will favour Purser, down to Wallace. High kick, Petraglia having a little wrestle there. Frawley, high up in the air, that's a rainmaker. Oh, and a good strong mark then to Jet. Made it look a little worse than what it was, I think, Tim Jepp. He's been a good player for Footscray. Kicks to half forward. Beasley! Oh, good mark.
8th mark, Clark.
Gee, that's a good effort. Though it doesn't matter, I guess, how much the ball comes down there, you still got to get it, don't you? And you've still got to kick them. And Beasley would be about 40 metres out from goal. Probably a little less, going for his 8th goal. Runs in now, stabs at the ball, not much out the margin for error, and he puts it through for his 8th goal. Well, it's just a procession now. And one wonders why Footscray haven't been able to produce this form a little more consistently during the season. But then again, I suppose they're not playing St Kilda every week.
Play restarted. Footscray leading by 94 points. McGuinness there for the Bulldogs. Frawley under a lot of pressure. Burns gets it out to Cunningham, and St Kilda, one of their rare occasions up forward. Cronin at the back of the pack can't control it. Narkle in there, but the crumbs are picked up by the unassuming Peter Baxter. Half-back flanker for Footscray. A quiet achiever.
He's strong too, isn't he, that
yes,
Peter
a good
Baxter?
Steady player, Clark, that young bloke. Jepp kicks it over the top. Who's there? Footscray player in Wallace. Breaks clear. Plenty of space. He can bounce it again. He's run 25 metres, and the player is allowed to go on, and it's a poor kick in the finish, and the mark taken by Barker at centre-half back for St Kilda. 7th kick for Trevor Barker. Elects to go to the outer side of the ground, looking out there for it's Alistair Ford, who's taken the mark on centre wing.
Ford, high kick, not giving his players much chance further downfield. Cronin and Kennedy doing battle. McLean can't gain control. Manning's there. He loses it. Wallace loses it. Cronin eventually tries to do something positive. Kennedy, oh, he's cheeky. Oh, kicks out, finds Callett. Those two have combined well in the last line of defence. Up another half-forward line, and the mark has been taken by Grant, one of St Kilda's better players.
Grant kicks it into the centre of the ground. At the back of the pack, Baxter punches the ball away, but Elphinstone picks up the crumbs. Heavily strapped left thigh, kicks up full forward, and Lowe has done well with bulk, goes goalwards, looking for a third one, and he's kicked it. No, it's offline. Bad luck for young Stuart Lowe. 2 goals, 1 to his credit in St Kilda score of 8 goals, 12.
Short kick finds Malin. That was Rance. Jep running with the flight of the ball. No, he can't do anything with it there, and there'll be a throw-in. Well, it's been somewhat of a massacre in this last half. In fact, for the 3 quarters of this match, the first quarter, St Kilda led by a point at quarter time, but they haven't been in the race since then, because there was a 24-point lead at half-time with St Kilda going into attack as Gotch takes the mark. 24-point lead at half-time to Footscray, a 70-point lead at 3-quarter time to the Bulldogs, and they're going further and further away as Gotch puts the ball to centre-half forward. The mark has been taken by Frawley, who's the full-back. Then moved out to centre-half back, so he's gradually making his way up the field. He's now at centre-half forward. If the match went much longer, he may end up at full forward. Oh, it's a backman's kick too. It drifts offline and through for a behind. There's the sorry tale for St Kilda supporters. 153 to 61. That's a 92-point lead to Footscray.
Well, a sensational mark there by Jep. Just a few moments ago, we saw him flattened by, it looked as though it may have been Burns. And here he is fighting his way back. It's his 15th kick for the day. Kicks towards centre wing. Steve McPherson bundles McConville out of the road. Duxon gets through 2 tackles. Handballs to Malin. Malin's 40-metre handball goes to Purser. Purser to McGuinness. McGuinness will go for goals with a long left foot kick into the front of the square. The high flyers are there. At the bottom of the pack, Petraglia. It's kicked off the ground, but it's rushed through by St Kilda defenders for a behind. And Footscray go on to 24 goals 10, 154 to 8-13-61. Play goes on. Gamble kicks to himself, runs out Member's side of the ground, half-back flank. At the back of the pack, Baxter tries to punch it away from Cunningham. Boundary line looms up. Jep can't get past Burns. Burns kicks it off the ground. Through comes Egan, intercepted by Narkle. Narkle's handball goes towards Burns, but it's tapped over the line by Crow for a throw-in between wing and half-forward, slightly favouring the St Kilda end of the ground.
There's not many fans left here to witness this game. Guess the majority of them are Footscray supporters. Nice tap down, but Jep couldn't go with it. Lockett now, know what he's doing, running on the ball or just running all over the place. Oh, doing it nicely is Eccleston. Goes for a run out of defence. He shows pace for a big fellow. Petraglia is there. Oh, Manning into his back, falls over. Petraglia's got plenty of pace. Some nice shepherding will allow Petraglia to try and find Beasley. Nice defensive skills by Gamble then. But play is on the other side of the ground, and there's going to be a free kick, I think, going to Manning, who was handled not in the correct manner. And Manning on the outer side of the ground as it gets colder and colder as the sun seeks a refuge behind the clouds, kicks towards Gotch, being one of St Kilda's better players.
Gotch, 17 kicks to Bradley Gotch. Outrove by Petraglia and Royal, particularly around goals. Royal fire 3 goals and Petraglia 5. Malin gets it towards the centre of the ground. McPherson there, but intercepting is Alistair Ford. Ford gives it to McConville. McConville a little slow. McGuinness puts pressure on him, which is good. And his kick goes wide where Footscray players are everywhere. McLean, who's had a bundle of possessions, round onto his right foot, kicks it long towards half forward. At the back, Purser.
Hand pass out to Manning. Oh, he just breaks it. Oh, no, he doesn't, from Peter Baxter. David Grant, another fine player for St Kilda. Elphingston, who went missing after the first quarter, kicks to half forward. Lowe is there for St Kilda. Off hands, Egan. Back towards Callett, but Callett's got plenty of time. No pressure there as Lowe comes at him. And the mark has been taken by Cunningham. It's kick to kick at the moment as Cunningham goes to half forward. That was meant for Gotch. Oh, what awful kicking it is. And look, it's a scraggy football. As the ball's pushed wide for Peter Butch from Cronin. Collins now. as he runs in, has a shot for goal, and he's offline and has put it through for a ball.
.92 points the difference. Footscray leading at the 20-minute mark of the last quarter. The game never in doubt after the second quarter, blitzed by the Bulldogs. Kennedy kicks in short and finds Malin. Malin, who's 20 possessions and spent the early part of the game on the bench. The kick goes up towards half forward. McPherson's loose handball can't be controlled by David Grant, and umpire Saville decides on a bounce at the centre wing area for right in front of the Social Club. Persis, tap out. Whitty it is who kicks the ball towards the centre of the ground. McLean is tackled well. It was a beaut tackle by Collins. Footscray get out of trouble. Eccleston. McLean now breaks clear. Jep can see Wallace. Wallace is the Huey Mitchell of the 80s. He seems to be always on his own. Ball goes up to half forward. Petraglia. Sloppy handball. Puts Jep under a lot of pressure. Crash to the ground. Grant there for St Kilda. Jep gets back up. Tackles Collins. So does McGuinness. Collins, the ball goes loose. Play-on, says the umpire. And the mark taken out on the centre wing area by Manning for St Kilda.
I thought the game was going to get out of control then a bit. There was some bad umpiring there as Narkle gets it wide to Elphinston. Elphinston now clears it in towards the Low. Low falls over. The ball comes back towards him, but nice play by Callett. Callett eventually gets clean possession of the football and a hand pass, and away go Footscray outside the ground. Number 18 is Manning and number 1 is Purser, and 31 is Ford, but the boundary line too close. And look at the Footscray fans over there. They're loving every minute of this match, and so they should be.
Boundary throw in, right in front of the main scoreboard. Purser gets the tap out, goes to the back of the pack. Wallace there. Through comes Barker. Barker kicks into the centre of the ground. Fickle bounce. Jep punches it down towards half forward. Burns, swivels, swerves, back onto his left foot, kicks it to Narkle. Narkle gets past his opponent, tackled by McGuinness, but rides the tackle well, and then sneaks a little pass out to Collins, who was on his own, slightly wide of centre half forward, and Collins would need a 48, 52 metre kick to goal. You'll be able to see the 50 metre line. He'll be kicked from just inside that. The beautiful long kick by Collins, but it's offline and through for a behind to the Saints.
John Collins, 2 behinds in this quarter, if you like a little bit of useless information. And Kennedy done a superb job. Kicks high, looking for Crow. That went off the head of Burns then, and out of bounds. And Burns didn't even flinch. So we've got a throw in right in front of the St Kilda Social Club. Forward and gets the front position, tries to get it to Burns, who miskicked that somehow in his impetuosity, and the ball went over the boundary line for another throw.
Max Crow. Burns takes the crumbs, tries to bustle his way through, and an identical kick goes over the boundary line for another throw in. St Kilda edging the ball forward, but their task is an insurmountable one, because at the 23-minute mark they trail miserably. 8:15 to 24:10. Ball in St Kilda's forward pocket. Max Crow and Peter Baxter. Narkle on the bottom of the pack. Low for St Kilda, and umpire Rich decides on a bounce. Approaching time on period in the last quarter, and Footscray with a great percentage builder here at Moorabbin. Burns taps on. Barker can't control it. Goes in after it again. Egan gets a quick kick out of the pack for the Bulldogs towards McLean. The only player staying on the ground was McGuinness, but boy did Collins recover well. Cunningham comes through, but a free kick, no. Play on, says the umpire. Puts Cunningham under a lot of pressure because he's a very awkward kick with his left foot. Now his kick has put Frawley under heaps of pressure. Back to Cunningham. He gets past the Callett tackle. Left foot kick goes into the forward pocket area. A scruffy old handball. Puts Frawley under heaps of pressure. Ballarat League football, this. Goes up towards Peter Budge, into Collins, and Collins' left foot kick to the front of the square is marked by Grant. David Grant, he's already kicked 3 goals, a chance to bring up his 4th. St Kilda 8-15-63. They trail by 91 points. Footscray 24-10, 154. 13 possessions for David Grant. He punts for goal. The goal umpire moves over ever so slightly, and it's his 4th goal. David Grant's personal tally 4. St Kilda 9-15-69. Footscray 24-10, 154.
That's not bad. 4 goals from a tally of 9 for the side, and David Grant has played a lot of football too in defence during this match. That's probably why he kicked the 3 goals in the first part of the game, and then was moved down into defence, and now back up forward and has kicked another goal. So that's 4 to David Grant, whilst Lockett hasn't kicked a goal. Centre bounce, Purser, or is that Crow getting it out? Comes down to Cunningham. No, that's Cunningham. That was Burns getting it out. And Cunningham should get the free kick because Baxter went into his back. Hand pass to Barker. Barker kicks along. Lowe tries to get it one-handed, can't do so. Rance outpoints him, but it was tackled well. Ford gets the hand pass towards Gotch, who was caught napping a little bit, but the little fellow snaps for goal from an almost impossible angle. I think that's about the best he could hope for, out of bounds on the full. As we are now in the time-on period, and it's Footscray 24-10, 154, St Kilda 9-15-69. Gotch to Collins. Ford. Oh, players can't get rid of the ball. That was low again. Elphingston's 33. 15 is Collins. Out wide to Frawley. His kick's going to fall short. Kennedy and Lowe having a bit of a wrestle. Peter Budge, the hand pass to Manning, who's ridden into the ground, and we get the free kick. Although the umpire on that occasion said the tackle was too high. That's against Egan, and Egan doesn't like it. You think they're only about 3 points the difference. Egan is remonstrating with umpire Rich. No, that is umpire Saville. I think the free kick was there. It was either in the back or around the neck. So Manning was about to pass the ball. Got a lead from Gotch, but he's going to go back and have a shot. Well, he might. And he's put it through for a goal. And that's Andrew Manning's first. He started the match on the interchange, has been on and off, and when he has been on, he's been playing around the half-back line. So number 18, Andrew Manning, a goal. And St Kilda 10-15-75, trailing Footscray by a heap. 24-10, 154.
Back in the centre for umpire Rich to start the game again. Bounce favours Burns. He takes the ball out of the air, then feeds the handball out to Collins. Collins runs around the opposition, kicks out to the centre wing on the member side of the ground. Cunningham opposed by Baxter. Baxter's played a good serviceable game for his club, and he rushes the ball over the boundary line. Oh, Cunningham's crashed into him, but Baxter has a smirk on his face. Come on, Joffa, let's get on with the game. 14 goals behind, all bar 5 points of the Saints, in what was supposed to be a chance for their first victory for the season. Boy, how far off the mark were the tipsters. Narkle under lots of pressure. Ball goes clear. Egan kicks it long to half forward. And the ball bounces just in front of the boundary line and then goes over for a throw-in between wing and half forward flank, now approaching the Footscray scoring area. And we're 4 minutes into time on. 29 minutes gone in the last quarter. Footscray with the game all sewn up. It was going to be a percentage builder from about half-time after they kicked 9 goals in the second, 8 goals in the second quarter. Loose handball, finds touch, and another throw-in will take place right in front of the social club, about 95 metres. There's the siren, and Footscray have won this match Footscray 24-10, 154. St Kilda 10-15, 75.